In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Sunday, August 11th. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel with your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our August 11th MLB bet slate we got going on for Sunday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 7.71 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. All right, if you continue to like and comment, everyone that's already subscribed, that helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a broader audience. All right, now if you do want to sign up for that Patreon, that link is provided down below. All right, you get full access to the daily bets. You get future bets as well, and you get access to that community chat that's going off 24/7. All right. Also in that description box will be the link to BetStamp. Monday through Friday, BetStamp is going to give you an article there. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are regular MLB plays. Tuesday are going to be the home run selections that they choose. So definitely stay tuned to that description box down below. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. First game up, we have the Yankees here in Yankee Stadium, 69-49, going up against the Texas Rangers, 55-62. Looking at the current odds right now, Yankees are minus 150 on that money line with the comeback of the Texas Rangers at a plus 125. Total runs set at 9, okay? For this public bet percentage here, 85% of the bets, 74% of the money on the side of the Yankees. A little bit of that sharp money is coming in on the side of the Texas Rangers. As you can see, that percentage is above 15 at 26. All right, for the total run, 69% of the bets, 70% of the money on the over 9 runs. And I think this total is a little bit low here. Starting pitching matchup, Andrew Heaney, 4-11 with a 3.98 ERA, going up against Marcus Stroman, 7-6 with a 4.10 ERA. Andrew Heaney has been okay this year, giving up a low average to lefties and righties. As a left-handed pitcher, the key factor is what do you do against righties? He's given up a very high home run per 9, all right? A 1.39 home run per 9 to righties and a 1.22 whip. He has yet to face this lineup here in the Yankees that is stacked from top to bottom. So they're definitely going to test him, especially in this ballpark that is known for plenty of home runs, all right? Marcus Stroman, on the other hand, has struggled at home. This is where he doesn't pitch well. He pitches much better on the road. At home, he has a 5.34 home run. He has a 5.34 ERA. All right. He has a very big home run problem to lefties and righties. Versus lefties, it's a 2.05 home run per 9, a 260 batting average, a 1.56 whip, and the xFIP is at 5.05. Versus righties, low whip and low average. The home run per 9 versus righties is a 2.48. So pretty high totals there in the home run department. He's going to see around 4 lefties where he's giving up that 2.04 home run per 9. So I'm definitely going to be leaning towards the over in this game. All right, so give me the over 9 runs in this one. I do see a back and forth affair. I just think that it's going to be more power and more pop here on the side of the Yankees from top to bottom. This lineup going up against Andrew Heaney that gives up a lot of fly balls in Yankee Stadium. Yes, I understand about Stroman's struggles as well, but He has a good track record going up against this Rangers team here. Andrew Heaney has not seen this iteration of the Yankees with Jazz Chisholm waiting behind Judge, behind Soto, behind Stanton. I think it's just a little bit too much here. So Yankees on the money line and the over on 9 runs as the main play. In Rogers Center here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, 54 and 63, going against the Oakland Athletics, 49 and 69. Blue Jays are home favorites, minus 155 on a money line, with the comeback of the Athletics at a plus 125. Total runs set at 8.5. For the public bet percentage, 89% of the bets, 91% of the money on the Blue Jays here at home. For the total runs, we have 70% of the bets, 67% of the money towards the over 8.5. Starting pitching matchup, J.P. Sears, 9-8 with a 4.35 ERA, going up against Chris Bassett, 9-10 with a 3.95 ERA. Bassett this year has been pretty just mediocre, just right through the middle. Nothing too crazy for him. He does have an ERA at 4 at home. Looking at his peripherals, he's giving up lefty power, all right? A 1.55 home run per 9 to lefties. Versus righties, he's giving up hits, all right? So a 299 batting average and a 1.49 whip. So those are going to be some causes of concern. He does have a very, very solid K rate, over 20% to both lefties and righties. So he does have an out in those situations when it comes down to it, okay? J.P. Sears, very similar. A 4.06 ERA on the road. Versus righties, he's struggling here with a 1.76 home run per 9, a 258 batting average, a 1.37 whip, and the xFIP is at 5.23. All right, so for this game, I'm going to be leaning with the Blue Jays on the money line at home. This series right now is tied 1-1. In this rubber match, I like the Blue Jays. I like Chris Bassett at home, where he's pitched a little bit better here compared to on the road. So give me the Blue Jays and Chris Bassett to beat the Athletics here, minus 155 on our money line. If I'm going with a total of an over-under, I don't expect that many runs in this game. I think both pitchers pitch well in this one despite their numbers, all right? So give me the under 8.5. This is going to be a pitching duel. Both of these teams tend to struggle to score runs, especially the Blue Jays. But when they get 3 or more runs in a game, this team is well over 500. I saw a record of 32 and 14 when they score 3 or more runs. So if they get over that 3 number here against J.P. Sears, which I think is definitely doable, they become a very, very good team. Next up in Tropicana Field here, Tampa Bay Rays, 58 and 57, going against the Baltimore Orioles, 69 and 48. Looking at the odds here, Orioles and Rays are even, minus 110 on both sides, all right? People are split down the middle on this one here, with majority of the money coming in on the Orioles. We'll get to that in a second. Total runs are set at 8. Public bet percentage, money line, 62% of the bets, 100% of the money on the Baltimore Orioles. For the total runs, 82% of the bets and money towards the over 8 runs in this one, all right? Interesting pitching matchup. Albert Suarez, 5-4 with a 3.66 ERA, going up against Jeffrey Springs, 0-1 with a 6.23 ERA. Now, for this one here, looking at Albert Suarez, he has struggled on the road with a 4.50 ERA. Looking at both his numbers versus lefties and righties. Versus righties, a 1 home run per 9. He's given up a 9% walk rate, 291 batting average, a 1.52 whip. All right, versus lefties, a 1.06 home run per 9, a 13% walk rate, and a 1.47 whip. So he's given a lot of opportunities here to both lefties and righties, giving up runs and giving them opportunities to score runs. Okay, if you've got guys on base because of your walk issues, and you have a questionable home run per 9, that leads to an avalanche type of inning. Okay, so that's going to be the cause of concern there for the Orioles. Jeffrey Springs, okay, he's coming back from injury. He's only had 2 starts, all right? As you can see, first start was around 3 innings. The second start was around 4.5, almost 5 innings pitched. In those 2 starts, he did give up 6 earned runs, all right? So he's working his way back This is going to be his third start here. It is going to be a tough test as well in the Orioles, okay? So far, if we're looking at the numbers, you got to take it with a grain of salt because this is his third start this year, okay? He's given up 3 home runs, a 3 home run per 9, excuse me, a 385 batting average, a 2.67 whip, and an xFIP is at 8.52. So I 100% expect him to pitch better here because he's working back up to his regular pace here. And Jeffrey Springs, who is a pretty solid pitcher. All right. So this game here, I do expect runs on both sides. Question marks on Springs, question marks on Suarez. Give me the over on the 8. That total is way too short for these two teams. That's going to be the number one play here. Give me the over on the 8 runs. I'm going to be rolling with the underdog here. Home underdog in the Tampa Bay Rays. Give me them on the money line to avoid the sweep here. All right. Rays on the money line, minus 110. Over on the total of 8 runs. In the target field here, we have the Minnesota Twins, 65 and 50. Going against the Cleveland Guardians, 67 and 49. Looking at the odds here, road favorites Guardians, minus 120 with the comeback of the Twins at a plus 100. Total runs set at 8.5. For that public bet percentage, 65% of the bets, but 86% of the money on the Guardians. So you see the sharp money coming in on the side of the road favorite. All right. For the total runs, 80% of the bets, 81% of the money towards the over 8.5. Starting pitching matchup here, Tanner Beebe, 9-4 with a 3.48 ERA, going against David Festa, 2-2 with a 5.55 ERA. For this pitching matchup here, David Festa has struggled mightily. That's why you see all the sharp money on the side of the Guardians, because David Festa's home ERA is at a 7.71. So absolutely horrible, and he has an extreme home run issue. Extreme. All right, versus lefties, a 3.38 home run per 9, a 273 batting average, a 1.31 whip. Versus righties, the home run per 9 is even worse at a 4.50, a 368 batting average, and a 2.00 whip. So numbers are even worse against righties here. This just doesn't bode well. Tanner Beebe has been solid. All right, he has shut down righties, okay? A 0.64 home run per 9, a 162 batting average, and a 0.79 whip. So absolutely dominates righties. The question mark will be against lefties, all right? Lefties, he's given up a 1.54 home run per 9, a 271 batting average, and a 1.29 whip. So that's where the Twins are going to have to attack. Going up against Tanner Beebe here with the lefties here. He's going to have to see 4 to 5 lefties. All right, so this game is definitely going to be going towards that over 8.5, but I am going to be on the sharp side here. Give me the Guardians on the money line at minus 120, and remember the over on the 8.5. In Coors Field here, we have the Colorado Rockies, 43 and 74, going against the Atlanta Braves, 60 and 55. Looking at the current odds right now, Braves are road favorites, minus 190 with the comeback of the Rockies at a plus 155. Total runs set at 11, all right? Public bet percentage, 90% of the bets, 94% of the money on Atlanta. For the total runs, 69% of the bets, 72% of the money towards the over of 11. All right, interesting pitching matchup here. Spencer Schwallenbach, 4-5 with a 4.04 ERA, going against Kyle Freeland. All right, 3-4 with a 5.65 ERA. Both of these pitchers are in a very good spot here, I want to say. All right, Kyle Freeland, oddly enough, looking at his ERA, you think he's a gas can, but not at home. He is absolutely elite at home in Coors Field, which is an absolute shocker. A 2.51 ERA at home versus righties. He's shutting them down at a 196 batting average, a 1 whip, but a low K rate. All right, but he's getting the job done. He's pitching absolutely phenomenally at home. Schwallenbach has been on fire. All right, his last 2 starts versus the Miami Marlins, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 10 strikeouts. All right, versus the Mets, 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, 11 strikeouts. This man is getting to the bag right now. He's feeling more confident. This is one of their newer pitchers here. And as you saw, he struggled at the beginning when he first came up. but you see him getting better and better with this very nice strikeout rate I'm seeing. He strikes out righties at a 31% clip. All right, absolutely dominant versus righties and lefties. All right, and he's going to see 5 righties in this lineup. So I love the under of 11 runs in this spot. We're getting a ton of leeway here. So give me the under on the total of 11 and give me the Braves on the back of Swallenbach. This is going to go down to the wire here, and that's 7, 8, 9. This is where the winner's going to pop up. Give me the Braves, all right, on the money line and the under on the total of 11. Next up here in Oracle Park, San Francisco Giants 61-58, Detroit Tigers 55-63. Giants are home favorites, -185, with the comeback of the Tigers at a +150. Total runs set at 8. For the public bet percentage here, 97% of the bets, 81% of the money on the side of the Giants. Total runs, 76% of the bets, 81% of the money towards the over 8. All right. For the pitching matchup, Kiter Montero 2-5 with a 5.62 ERA, going up against Hayden Birdsong 3-1 with a 4.73 ERA. All right, so both of these guys here are a little bit questionable, mainly on the side of Kiter Montero. All right, Kiter Montero is a gas can. He has a 4.08 road ERA. Versus righties, he's given up a 2.61 home run per 9, a 282 batting average, a 1.26 whip, and the xFIP is almost 5 at 4.93. Versus lefties, low whip, low average, but he's given up a home run per 9 at a 1.23. So question marks there on both sides. He's going to have to see 5 righties in this lineup for the Giants. All right, and that's that 2.61 home run per 9 and that high batting average as well. So I like those numbers there. Hayden Birdsong pitches much better at home with a 2.48 ERA. He's given up a decent. It's a little bit concerning of the walk rate. All right, versus lefties, it's a 10% walk rate. Versus righties, it's a 10% walk rate. So both sides here is giving opportunities for the opposing team here to have guys on base. All right, and then he's giving up power to righties. So 1.29 home run per 9 to go on top of his little walk rate, but low whip and average. All right, he's just giving up some power to righties. So not all around bad, just got that one little blemish. Has a little bit of a control problem and does give up power to righties. I think the worst problem here is on the side of Detroit Tigers and Kiter Montero because of all his issues he has against righties and all that power he's given up. I like the Giants at home here at -185. I would go with that run spread. So I'll take Giants money line, Giants -1.5, and the over on the total of 8 runs. In Dodger Stadium here, we have the LA Dodgers 67-49 going against the Pittsburgh Pirates 56-59. Looking at the current odds right now, Dodgers are solidified favorites, -275 on that money line, with the comeback of the Pirates at a +225. Total runs set at 8. All right, public bet percentage, 87% of the bets, 76% of the money on the side of the Dodgers. All right, it's curious to see why some sharp money is creeping up on the side of Pittsburgh here with the pitcher that's on the mound. All right, total runs, 91% of the bets, 86% of the money towards the over 8 on the total. All right, for the starting pitching matchup, Bailey Falter. All right, 5-7 with a 3.87 ERA going up against an ace, Tyler Glasnow, 9-6 with a 3.54 ERA. Glasnow has been absolutely phenomenal this season. He needed a number 2 in this rotation. That's why they went out and got Jack Flaherty. But I have no issues here with Tyler Glasnow unless he just shits the bed pretty much. All right, but I doubt he does that here. Bailey Falter has a lot of issues. All right, he has a 4.06 road ERA. In his last time out against this team here, 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs, and 6 strikeouts. All right, he has struggled against this Dodgers team, mainly because he is a fly ball pitcher. Mainly that's where all his outs come from. So 44% fly ball rate, and he's given up a 1.29 home run per 9 against these power bats here. That is not a good solution here to try to stop the Dodgers. All right, so this is going to be a full sweep for the Dodgers. I expect a lot of runs to come on that Dodgers side and get to Bailey Falter, get him in and out very, very quickly. Just like they hit 2 home runs on him last time. I expect 2 or more in this game as well. All right, so Dodgers, money line, Dodgers -1.5 and the over on the total of 8. Last but not least here, we have the Seattle Mariners in T-Mobile Park, 61-56. Going against the New York Mets, 61-55. Looking at the odds here, Mariners are short favorites, -135 on that money line with the comeback of the Mets at a +110. Total runs set at 7.5. So a very low total on this one. Public bet percentage, 94% of the bets on the side of the Mariners, 69% of the money on the side of the Mariners. We see some sharp money coming in, 31% creeping up, looking at the Mets as their underdog, all right? Total runs, 88% of the bets, 84% of the money towards the over 7.5. This is a pitching duel we got here, all right? Luis Severino, 7-5 with a 4.06 ERA, going up against Luis Castillo, 9-11 with a 3.48 ERA. All right, this is the strong suit for Luis Castillo when he is home pitching. Very big strong suit for him here. He has a 2.95 ERA at home, okay? And he has been dominating righties when he is at home. His issue is against lefties, all right? So versus lefties, a 1.38 home run per 9, a 310 batting average, a 1.59 whip, and the xFIP is at 4.26. So that's going to be a big cause of concern here. Interesting to see how many lefties the New York Mets can throw out at Castillo. Usually it's around 3, but they can push it to 5. So we're going to see what lineup comes out for them. That's going to be very important to attack Luis Castillo. Severino, on the other hand, has struggled on the road. He pitches much better in Citi Field. He has a 4.65 road ERA. Has had a bounce back season this year, a low whip and average to both lefties and righties. His issue is lefty power. All right, giving up a 1.64 home run per 9. So that's going to be it's going to be a very good spot for him going up against these lefties and righties. Just got to worry about the power issue there versus lefties. But this is a Mariners team that struggles to score runs. They've done it all season long. They tend to lean on their starting pitching. That's how they get wins. All right, so for this one here, this is almost like a coin toss here. I do like the under. So I am going to go with the under 7.5 runs here. I expect Severino to have a strong pitching performance and Castillo to have a strong pitching performance because the Mets most likely are going to keep that lefty total to around 3. All right, interesting to see that. If that's higher, then things can change, okay? So give me the Mariners at home in this one with Luis Castillo where he pitches better. On the money line at a -135 and the under on the 7.5. All right, those are going to be our selections for Sunday's MLB slate. Let me know in that comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your props for Sunday? All right, or if you just want to say what's up, I will say what's up back to you. Remember, down in that description section will be access to the Patreon. You get daily bets, you get future bets, and access to that group chat. Also down below, Monday through Friday is an article for BetStamp as well. Also, guys, don't forget, I'll be back with another video very soon. And peace out.